mysterious story.
Because of your own soundness of mind, I advise you not to watch these videos, but for doing so, please get ready to be terrified. Number 12. Johul, who walks to the streets to look for the allegedly supernatural black-eyed ghost children who appear at 3 a.m., is a YouTuber, and eventually, this journey becomes a long nighttime walk along the railroad tracks. They are just about to give up when one of them spots a small piece of white fabric flapping in the bushes.
Oh my god. What is that thing?
We gotta get out of here, man.
That thing right there, you see it?
Yeah, well, why are we here?
Let's go, let's go.
From the shadows comes a person draped in a white gown, just like the legends say. I believe this could be one of their friends because it appears that it looks and runs the same as a normal person in my opinion. Then it goes behind them for a while before disappearing at exactly 11 minutes and 3 seconds, which is unnormal but could be succeeded with some simple editing. After a minute, they arrive at their destination, and this white piece of fabric moves up and down behind them as they exit, but it seems that I made a mistake when supposed this was fabricated. It is unlucky when we cannot see its face to determine whether or not its eyes were completely black according to the legend. Number 11. John Warall, who is confronted by a ghost in his living room, is a YouTuber, and the room appears to be washed and dust-free, so I was curious about your thoughts on the timing and appearance of this orb.
Come on. I've done heard you do it once.
This is insufficient to persuade John that the ghost is real, so he continues to aggravate the supernatural until he receives another sign, this time from the piano itself.
There you go. Do it again. If you're here, do it.
And should the string tension be too low, I used to find out piano keys playing by themselves. There must have happened here, but it was also the most transparent and foreboding note imaginable, and that note is usually hung onto horror movie scenes, so it could have been a ghost after all. Number 10. Number 12. At night, a person walks behind a circuit road with only the light from their phone to lead him, so they are dangerous when they are on the right and turn around. There is not anything here, but their sense of being following persists, so they examine again, and this is when they have a contact. A short animal with a portly body on long legs tries to avoid the flashlight. We can notice that the animal's complete grey coloring when illuminated matches the rest of the background remarkably well at 1 minute and 36 seconds, and it appears that there is not also clear blurring around the edges of the creature, which shows that this is genuine unedited footage. Number 9. What is beginning to have control of the UK without arms, legs, a face, a head, a rodent's tail? I don't know what to say, and neither does modern science. This disgusting grub-like tube of meat changes position like a caterpillar and even comes to a halt to look for a hole to possibly poke through, and I just think of one of these things living behind my walls, which gets me to want to search my whole house for them. And as I previously stated, there is not any person who could identify what they are, despite the fact that they have been discovered all over the United Kingdom, so, should you see one of them crawling across your floor soon, don't say I didn't warn you. Number 8. It appears that a member of the Urban Ghosts Urban Exploration team pays a visit to a church where he believes has been spooked by a great evil, so see this section and let me know if he kicked anything nearby.
Last time was... Oh.
He discovers this noise from somewhere outside about after 3 minutes. And this is a ghost, is it? It seems not to bear a striking resemblance to an animal, and it certainly doesn't sound like a person. Outside, all of the lights are now turning on when there were not any lights that were on previously, so is it supernatural or just a timer? Finally, it is not until he walks around the perimeter that he notices this creature gazing back at him through the window with red eyes. However, due to recording another red light in the next window, I believe it is simply the reflection of brakes from nearby traffic. Number 7. It is not until this couple is caught attempting to use a credit card that is owned by them that the gas station staff makes a call for the police and orders the boyfriend to remain. Meanwhile, the girl moves furtively into the break room and on the spur of the moment, chooses to hide by climbing into the ceiling. Her plans seem to be failed, However, when the unstable ceiling tiles give and send her careening to the ground, and at the moment, I can't indicate you to see the fall but have confidence in me as I think she could have broken her neck here. She appears to daze when getting up, but still can go out of in cuffs on her own rather than on a stretcher, so she's fortunate in that regard. Number 6. Chris Starr, who brings an electrometer to a collector's item store with Omar Gosh to look for paranormal activity, is a YouTube, and they come across this creepy old marionette with no nose who appears responsive and eager to communicate.
Please let us know by touching my K2 meter. We really want to know if you have a story or not. Oh God.
It appears that they purchase it and conduct some experiments in the car where a distinctive spirit box is looking forward to assisting with translation, and first and foremost the marionette appears to respond perfectly to being untangled and properly held. It is not until they inquire what its name is that a female voice comes to blows an answer that is quickly completed by a male voice, and then they hear some creepy whispers that I am not aware of, but I'm hoping you will.
Can you tell me your name?
I don't know what to think, but the fact that this puppet makes a response to two unalike pieces of paranormal equipment leads me to believe it's real, and should a spirit be the owner of it, it may also be put a curse on, in which case making this video may cause serious consequences. Number 5. Wiggo Fellas, who purchases a drive from the dark web and discovers 4 videos, each one worse than the next, is a YouTuber, and it may be the most entangled of them all. Only when someone opens the door does it show a human rather than a dog, but that doesn't get me to be any less concerned. I expect that this person is merely performing and that they are not being held against their intention. It seems like someone can help my mind be comfortable by let me know they received this video from somewhere in a movie because I looked for it for a long time and came up empty-handed. Number 4. As far as I know, this London doctor appears to be deeply focused on his patients, and he is in a way, but not in the way you might look forward to, and while installing a spy camera in the bathroom, the doctor records himself in the frame by chance. I know where he is in, so you can also notice a sign which jogs the people's memory to turn off the lights when they are put to an end. He wears his glasses and walks away when he looks like the cat that's got the cream with the angle, and this footage would be sufficient evidence for Metropolitan Police to imprison him for 8 years. It appears that anyone is doing which is frightening, but a doctor is a particularly terrible breach of trust and authority, and based on what you've seen here, do you believe this 8-year sentence is sufficient, or do you believe he requires more time away from society? Number 3. These weird sounds in the sky have never been adequately made clear, but I've discovered no fewer than 5 instances of the same grinding and humming metal on metal noise. Sometimes it comes from far away, like this one from Germany. And sometimes it echoes throughout the whole city, like this one from France. And sometimes it sounds like it's breaking directly overhead, like this one from Edmonton, Canada. But out of all of them, this recording from an unknown Spanish-speaking country is the clearest. These people come from all over the world and it seems like they are not acquainted with each other, but each video is shot between 2015 and 2016, and I'm not sure whether this is a dressing down and test, or what, but I'm concerned that we'll discover one day. Number 2. Blake Smith's Gaming Blitz, who stays alone and is frequently heard sobbing in his basement, is a YouTuber, and he claims that he doesn't have enough money to buy a Bluetooth speaker and that this is true. Take a listen for yourself. At 57 seconds into the video, the spirit seems to respond to his voice.
Hello?
Hello?
It appears that he walks around the corner and takes a seat in the far corner of the room when sees a tiny light entity that bears a resemblance to a little child, and I took a screenshot to better get across my point. The shape appears to be approximately proportional, and the head is aimed directly at the camera. Number 1. King of Bongo, who is attempting to discover the Queen's Hotel while staying one step ahead of a security guard, is a London YouTuber, and under one of the filthy halls is a system that King of Bongo supposed is the Grim. A person who cuts and collects crops by hand appears to be sitting with its skeletal hands double-crossed patiently across his lap facing him. But at 2 minutes and 14 seconds, I think it's an illusion due to 3 objects put together, possibly chairs. Then he runs down 3 flights of stairs and is looking for a doorway when he hears this strange noise coming from a few rooms over. Both of us listen to something nearby, but an expeditious glance sees nothing except for these empty rooms. Eventually, King of Bongos encounters his friend again and informs him that they are being chased. It seems that they hear footsteps approaching them that are very sleazy and moving slowly.
Wait, there's someone else in here, there's someone else in here. Go. Just go. Just go.
But here's the thing: a security guard would probably make an announcement and wonder if anyone was attending. There won't be anything that occurs, so was it the security guard, or no matter what he thought he noticed down the hall? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.